Many men believe they know what women notice first, especially when it comes to physical appearance. They assume women focus on height, broad shoulders, a muscular chest, or youthful features. But conversations with hundreds of women between the ages of 50 and 70 reveal a very different reality. As people grow older, attraction becomes less about chasing youth and more about recognizing qualities that reflect character, health, and self-respect. Instead of asking whether a man looks young, many women are quietly asking a different question. Does he still care about himself? And does he still enjoy life? One woman explained it perfectly when she said, "I'm not looking for a man who looks 30. I'm looking for a man who still looks alive." That simple statement captures what many women expressed. They are drawn to men who continue to stay active, curious, and engaged with the world. Long before a conversation begins, a man's body language tells a story about his habits, mindset, and confidence. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus believed that our reactions shape our lives more than the events themselves. The same idea applies to aging. Growing older is unavoidable, but the way a man responds to that process says everything about who he is. The first thing many women notice is posture. A man who stands tall with relaxed shoulders, an open chest, and his head held naturally high immediately appears more confident and energetic. This has very little to do with having a perfect body. Even a man carrying a few extra pounds can make a strong first impression if he carries himself with confidence. On the other hand, slouched shoulders, a lowered head, and slow, heavy movements can unintentionally suggest fatigue or a lack of enthusiasm for life. Good posture quietly communicates self-respect, discipline, and presence before a single word is spoken. Hands are another feature that often catches attention. They are almost impossible to hide during everyday interactions. Whether you're holding a cup of coffee, opening a door, or shaking someone's hand, your hands are constantly visible. Women explained that they don't expect flawless skin or youthful-looking hands. Instead, they notice simple signs of care. Clean, trimmed nails and healthy skin suggest that a man still pays attention to the small details of his life. Hands that show honest work, whether from gardening, repairing things, or staying physically active, often leave a positive impression because they reflect usefulness and independence. The face also sends powerful signals, particularly the neck and jawline. Women aren't expecting a man over 60 to have the sharp features he had decades earlier. They understand that aging changes the body. What stands out is the effort a man makes to maintain his health. Staying active, eating reasonably well, and keeping a healthy weight can improve posture and facial definition, creating an appearance that reflects discipline rather than perfection. Even the way a man holds his head matters. Looking forward with confidence communicates awareness, while constantly looking down may unintentionally suggest withdrawal. Many women also mentioned forearms, something most men rarely think about. Forearms naturally become visible during daily activities and quietly suggest practical strength. They don't need to be large or heavily muscular, instead, they reflect an active lifestyle. A man whose hands and forearms show signs of regular activity often appears capable and dependable. These qualities become increasingly attractive because they signal that he continues to participate fully in everyday life. Another feature that consistently stood out was the smile. A genuine smile creates warmth that no expensive clothing or perfect hairstyle can replace. Women explain that they notice smiles that reach the eyes because they reveal authenticity and emotional stability. A relaxed smile makes a man appear approachable, confident, and comfortable with himself. It isn't about smiling constantly, but about showing genuine enjoyment during conversations. A warm expression tells others that you still appreciate life and enjoy connecting with people. The eyes complete that first impression. Calm, steady eye contact often communicates confidence far better than words. Women described being attracted to men who seem present during conversations rather than distracted by everything happening around them. Gentle eye contact combined with curiosity and attentiveness creates a sense of trust and emotional maturity. It shows that a man listens carefully and values the person in front of him. This quiet confidence often becomes more attractive than loud displays of strength or dominance. Finally, women repeatedly mentioned the way a man moves. The pace of his walk, the way he sits down, opens a door, or reaches for something all reveal his inner state. Calm, deliberate movements suggest confidence, patience, and emotional balance. There is no need to rush or try to impress anyone. A man who moves comfortably through the world appears secure in himself, and that quiet confidence leaves a lasting impression. When you put all these observations together, one message becomes clear. Attraction after 60 is not about looking younger than your age. It is about showing that you still value yourself and remain engaged with life. Good posture, simple grooming, staying physically active, smiling naturally, maintaining eye contact, and moving with purpose are all habits that communicate self-respect. They don't require expensive products or dramatic transformations. They grow from small choices repeated every day. Marcus Aurelius wrote that the soul takes on the color of its thoughts. A man who believes life still has meaning carries himself differently. His confidence feels genuine because it comes from within rather than from trying to impress others. Women notice that quiet strength. They recognize a man who continues to learn, stay active, and appreciate each day. In the end, the most attractive quality isn't perfect looks. It's the steady presence of someone who has not given up on himself, who lives with dignity, purpose, and gratitude. Those qualities never go out of style, no matter how many birthdays have passed.